It didn't take too much investigation to see that a lot of people were disrespected and essentially disenfranchised. I mean, it has nothing to do with, was the election stolen? It was, could people vote when they wanted to vote? And the answer was no. Certain people couldn't do that. That just gets my blood boiling. If I'm too outrageous, if I write, for instance, precisely what I believe, that the election was stolen, if I use the F word, fraud, well, there's a good chance the editors will think I'm a lunatic, and they'll fill the hole with some other columnist's words. Like any other American citizen that was concerned about the issue, I just kept waiting for the media to tell us, you know, to look into it and to say, here's what happened, and it won't happen again. And it just never happened.
Saw a poll today showing that 80% of the country believes the president won the election in a fair vote. The other 20% write me.
You know, there's like a corral around this issue, beyond which the mainstream media just doesn't want to go.
We've been a little surprised by how many emails we've had suggesting that maybe once again the country got it wrong. Now, we're not particularly disposed to conspiracy theories. As you know, Mr. Bush won by a very comfortable margin of more than 3 million votes.
There is a groupthink that happens. And the groupthink is, you know, it's a bandwagon.
There were no problems that would lead me to believe that there were stolen elections or widespread fraud.
Not according to some people who have devised various theories.
Websites hostile to the president claim massive vote fraud, that Senator Kerry really won.
And it just became apparent that there wasn't a will in the mainstream media to take this issue and do anything with it.
And what about those early exit polls giving Kerry the lead? They say that means the election was stolen. Convinced?
A respected reporter that tried to make the case that there was election fraud would definitely look silly, would feel silly, you know, because it's this conspiracy, it's the nutcase file. And I mean, everything gets swept into the nutcase file that suggests that there's anything irregular.
Clearly, for many people, however, results are not enough.
Even as the corporate media ignores the story, ordinary citizens are rolling up their sleeves and getting the job done, working on a litany of election reforms that are critically important to create and democratize our elections in this country. This evidence was only brought to the attention of the American people, if at all, by community radio, by independent media, by bloggers, by the internet. Something really powerful took place around this story, and this story would not die.
I come from the school of journalism, I.F. Stone, that says everything we need to know is in the public record. I've made a career out of investigative reporting based on simply reading government documents. Often, the mainstream media doesn't do this. They had an explanation for the famous Gehenna Ward 1B machine, where 638 people voted, and miraculously the president got 4,258 votes in one of the greatest faith-based miracles of modern time. Now leave it to the Dispatch to get to the bottom of that. I'm watching ONN one day. ONN reports the machine was fatigued. After 638 votes were cast, you know how your computer gets fatigued.
Far and away, more than anything else I've ever written about, there's concern about this issue. So that says to me the public is awake and activated, which makes the question, where is the media, a crucial question. The media is protecting its interests. There is no interest in bringing down another president. There's only interest in making the world safe for media mergers.